see how that makes a big difference in the way we think of energy.
Okay, so here is a lake. And this has a gravitational potential. And here is a turbine. It's a hydroelectric plant. And from it we extract. This is put in a box that ends there. So because we can't have all the gravitational energy converted to electricity because of entropy, friction, we think the universe is entropic. And so we think that the universe always goes towards further disorder. But in order to be disorder, they must be order first. And so let's break the box together. We break the box. And now we follow the water after it passed through the turbine. And we notice that it's going south. And because the earth is spinning, the sun is shining, evaporates and make clouds. And the clouds rain back in the lake. This is negentropy. And so there is always a feedback between entropy and negentropy. Back between disorder and order. You might notice this. You have order and then disorder, then order again, hopefully. And so your body is an amazing example of open system. There is no disorder most of the time. There is 100 billion chemical changes every second. And there is no confusion. Perfect order. There is enough DNA in your body to go to Jupiter from the sun, back to the sun, back to Jupiter, back to the sun. This is working in amazing coordination. The energy necessary to make that happen. If you make the calculation of all the energy information, you can't have that much order even at the speed of light. You can't have that much order. All the information is communicated at the speed of light. You are a living miracle. And all of these cells, 100 trillion cells, are made out of billions of atoms. And we're starting to realize the cells and the atoms are communicating with a holographic field. And this is the base of the next paper I'm about to publish. And it gives a perfect answer to gravity. And it does this with holographic discrete principle. That is the structure of the space we live in. And so, the first thing is that the dimensions are not as we were taught. Told that a point is a dimension 0 and it doesn't exist. Although you can see it. And then a bunch of points are put together to make not exist neither. Then 4 lines are put together to make a plane, that doesn't exist either. And all of a sudden, by miracle, together to make a cube that we are said to exist. But if the point does not, it makes a line that doesn't exist. That makes a plane that doesn't exist. No matter how many planes you put together, you get existence. All you get is non-existent. So, what is the solution? The solution is that the only thing that exists is the point. All information is present. Very little time with you today. So, I'm gonna have to jump to the meat. We can actually calculate point of information inside the nuclei of an atom. And when we do, the result is 10 to the 55. It just happens to be the mass of the universe. In each nuclei of an atom, there is all the information of all the other atoms in the universe. Because the universe is a holographic structure. This is a good example of the scales of holograms of the universe. These are relative size of various planets. This is the Earth, very small compared to Jupiter. This is the Earth relative to the Sun. And this is the Sun relative to Arcturus. Jupiter is the size of a pixel. And Earth is invisible. And this is Arcturus. Arcturus relative to Antares. Now the Sun is the size of a pixel. So the point is the scale from infinity big to infinitely small. If we look closely at the point, we see subdivisions and subdivisions. So within you is infinite points. And at the atomic level, information in the universe is present. Space memory is an imprint along the path, like the Earth, as it follows the Sun. Every second is different from the other because we are in different space memory every second. And as you pass along, you imprint the structure of space-time. This is your memory. When you make technologies like this, you are able to create a new memory line strong enough to access any memory in the universe. This in the ancient time, the Akashic record. So from this, you can access any memory time, and when you do, you move in space. Is the key to space travel. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Scheint es halt so zu sein, als wenn ein Portal in der Sonne sich geöffnet hätte, das so groß ist, dass irgendwie 50 Mal der Saturn reinpasst oder so.
Und das interessiert mich natürlich sehr, aber ich kann nichts dazu sagen, weil ich es nicht kenne. Aber wo kann ich das sehen?
Ich habe es bei YouTube. Bei YouTube gesehen.
Dieter, da kann Nassim was zu sagen.
Okay, gerne.
Weil das ist dieses Dreieck in der Sonne, das auch auf diesen Steinen zu sehen war, die Klaus letztes Jahr hier auf dem Kongress gezeigt hat.
Genau.
They talk about this triangle in the sun, who we show on the stones last year with Klaus.
Yes, we are with Klaus, Dona, and I have been contacted by a group of people in Mexico that have artifacts. Many of them show very interesting carvings. And most of the carvings have a sun and objects coming in and out of the sun. Initial testing showed that the objects are 7,000 years old. And some have this triangle portal on the sun, or some kind of black triangle mark on the sun. Yeah, and then last year, I think it was like 6 months ago, or maybe more, there was sold data that showed a very similar triangle, darker region in the sun.
Das beeindruckt mich. Ich hatte mal einen Tweet, eine Eingebung, als ich so ein Bild sah, und zwar, dass die Sonne ein Dimensionstor ist. You can feel this?
That's very interesting, because that's what my theory concludes, is that the sun is a portal. That's why they call the sun gods, because they came from the sun.